I would like to mention that some years ago I was in a blessed situation being in the steering committee for the National Cancer Institute, and we here together with FDA, together with academic organizations, we launched what we called the Master Protocol for Lung Cancer, the lung map concept, which is having clinical studies based on the molecular profiling. And today we have screened more than 4,000 patients and assigned patients, more than 2,700 patients to clinical trials. This is a concept which is very fruitful and bring the science hopefully very quickly forward. Now, how are we doing with molecular testing for patients with lung cancer? I actually thought we were doing pretty good, but I got much wiser at the ASCO meeting last year when we saw real-world biomarker testing studies. And believe it or not, for patients with lung cancer, and there were thousands of them in this study, less than 50% of the patients had had 5 biomarkers and more studied. That was an eye-opener. This is a community-based study. And unfortunately, there were also a huge difference in ethnicity, with African Americans doing very poorly in terms of having their tumor tested. So the bottom line here is we have a lot of work to do. We need to have most of the patients with lung cancer tested, and we need to do much more education in the communities. There are identifiable barriers. It is patient barriers, it is disease barriers, the size of and the location of the tumor. There are organizational barriers, clinician barriers, structural barriers, and policy barriers. We need to tackle each of them to be sure that our patients get opportunity to have testing and hopefully with next generation sequencing. And with that, I will end my talk.